Airport information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
That plane looks like it's just hovering. Looks like a big one as well.
Hello and welcome. Today's video is about, can an airplane hover in the air? That is, it doesn't move forward, doesn't even move backward, neither upward nor downward, staying in the same place still in the air. You may have seen this phenomenon in helicopters. This is how a helicopter hovers. But our question is, can a passenger aircraft stay in the same place in mid-air, which seems to be impossible? The answer to this is yes. An airplane can stay in the same place in the air. Let's see how. To know about it, you need to learn something. Everything that travels has some velocity. When you are running, you have velocity. When a car moves, it has velocity too. Whenever there's a wind blowing, it has velocity. Also, when an aircraft moves in the air, it has velocity too. You need to keep in mind the velocity of an aircraft is measured in airspeed. So we will learn two more things, that is headwind and tailwind. It is simple. So whenever the wind moves opposite to the direction of the aircraft such that the air hits the head of the aircraft is called as headwind. And when the wind moves in the same direction such that the air hits the tail of the aircraft is called tailwind. So let's have a look at these two diagrams. One being in the headwind condition and the other being in the tailwind condition. By the arrow, you can see in the headwind condition, the wind and the aircraft are in opposite direction. Whereas in the tailwind condition, the wind and the aircraft is in the same direction. Let's consider. Here the velocity of the aircraft traveling is 100 km per hour and the velocity of the wind is 40 km per hour. Since it is a headwind, that is, both wind and aircraft is opposite in direction, we need to subtract both the values. Simple calculation it is 100 minus 40, that is 60. That gives us the ground speed, that is 60 km per hour. Same for the tailwind. But here the aircraft and wind are in the same direction. That means we have to add both the values. That becomes 100 km per hour plus 40 km per hour. That gives us 140 km per hour. That is our ground speed in this condition. Now what does this has to do with the aircraft hovering in the mid-air? Let's only focus on the headwind condition now. Now this is the case of a hovering aircraft I'm going to explain. Suppose the speed at which the aircraft is traveling is 100 km per hour and the wind velocity hitting is also 100 km per hour. Since it is a headwind, we need to subtract it. That is 100 minus 100 gives you 0. This is the ground speed, that is 0 km per hour. So the conclusion is, when the speed of the aircraft equals the speed of the wind, the aircraft gets stuck in the middle of the air. This is not just a theory. Let me show you some of the videos in real life from both the perspective. That is how a pilot sees the aircraft stuck in the mid-air as well as how the viewer from the ground sees it. Let's have a look. This is the video of a pilot who experiences a zero ground speed. You can see the aircraft is stuck in mid-air. It neither moves forward nor backwards. Here's one more video of a pilot's perspective. If you look closely to the flight instrument display, it shows GS is 0. That is, ground speed is 0. Now let's have a look how a viewer from the ground sees it. This is a video when a viewer sees this huge passenger aircraft stuck in the middle of the air. Isn't this amazing? So this is the end of the video about a condition that occurs rarely where the aircraft is stuck in mid-air. If you want such more interesting videos, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel all about aircraft and put the notifications on.